Good morning to you. As we get into your forecast, once again, we have a dense fog advisory that's out there. It's lingering until at least 8 a.m. this morning. Some of this fog may linger all the way up to areas by Eau Claire and still stick around through the 9 o'clock hour, though, so bear that in mind. So if you haven't already started out or you're starting out right now, just be advised that there is some fog holding on to areas along all the way up by Rusk County, getting back down into areas by Eau Claire County, and then right back down to getting into Black River Falls. You can see that all the way back down to Richland Center as well. Visibility is dropping down to 3 miles to 0 miles in some cases, so please be careful. La Crosse is kind of out of that right now, as well as portions down by Bosqueville and Prairie du Chien here. We're holding on down by the river as well. It's looking pretty good. Look at that view. Wow, look at that. Even a little bit of snow that's still been out there from what they picked up yesterday. That's an absolutely gorgeous view. Man, I got to hold on to that for a second. And then you can also see, please be advised on the roadways. You have to take it slow. They're all doing quite well out there right now. La Crosse is taking it slow, a slow start to the early morning, and of course, a little bit on the colder side. You're also seeing a little bit of stuff on the roadway as well. Hold on to your hats here. Hold on to a few clouds continuing to move into your forecast. Cloudier skies will prevail for the better part of the day, with moisture still coming in from the west. As that does, most of this is going to pretty much affect most of California, and then working its way into the Four Corners region eventually as it gets closer to us. Not really affecting us in the at the surface, but as you can see, as we get closer, we get into the upper levels. You get back into the ridge building of there, the upper levels, that continues to move in. It's also bringing in some moisture in the upper levels there as well. That's going to carry over to areas all the way up by Rusk County. That may bring in some light showers for them tomorrow, as about a 20% chance. Let's take a look at what's happening. We'll get into it as we go through the morning hours. We can see all the way from the 6 o'clock hour, fog is going to be part of our day. Holding on to that all the way through the 8 o'clock hour, where it starts to break down for most of the folks, especially to the east. We'll still keep some of that fog for Eau Claire, but eventually you're seeing those winds coming in. You see that circulation kind of moving right through here, coming all the way from the north and circulating right back down to the central portion and the southern portion, and then working its way back up all the way out towards Minneapolis. We'll keep an eye on that as we go through all the way into the noon hour. You're still seeing that, but the wind shift coming up from the south, and that's going to usher in some milder conditions coming in from the south. So we see warmer conditions as we go through the morning hours, at least from the milder conditions, I should say, as we finish out going all the way through the day. By the 4 o'clock hour, you're seeing temperatures in the 40s down to the south, upper 30s possibly as you get into the central portion, and up to the north, you're looking at those mid 30s in the forecast there. Eventually, that's all going to continue to go all the way through the 9 o'clock hour with those winds coming out, but you're also seeing moisture trying to sneak up along areas right by Ladysmith as well, by Rusk County. That continues on as we go into the overnight, and then once we get in the morning for tomorrow, by the mid-morning hours, you're still seeing a lot of that moisture continue to stretch across the region along, brushing the northern tier. Eventually, it does kind of clips them by at least about a 20% chance, and then that clears out the skies. You can start seeing with the winds coming out of the northwest, and as that does, eventually that clears out the skies. Temperatures get a little bit on the colder side, so mist and drizzle possibly in our morning, early in the morning, and then eventually we'll get into a milder day. Holding on to lows for tomorrow, you're going to start off in the 30s and then eventually the 40s in the forecast. You can see some 30s down to the south as well, giving way to the highs for Thursday, 40s and the 50s down to the south. So we're milder and much more comfortable. You'll see by Friday the highs will be in the 40s and the 50s still. That's just a 50-degree mark there, so everybody else is still going to hold on to the 40s and seasonal average temperatures. Eau Claire has a chance, 20% chance of picking that rainfall up. Ladysmith has a better chance, carrying over to a lesser chance as you get into La Crosse, with a 10% chance and 0 chances pretty much leading into your weekend. We'll hold on to the next few days, my friends, with 40s, then 50s, upper 40s again, and then back into 50s above seasonal averages for your weekend. Sunnier skies prevail, giving way to Monday, similar conditions. And then once we get to near average, you can see there, holding on to temperatures falling into about 48 degrees, back to seasonal average with 30% chance of showers on Thursday. And as you go into Wednesday, similar conditions could prevail. Right now, it's only a 20% chance, and it's far away right now, but that could be a chance or two. That's a look at your forecast. Please have a wonderful day and be safe out there.